Welcome, Brayden.
Thank you.
You want to throw the jersey on?
Sure.
Grab the hat from you there.
Thanks.
There you go. You can grab some pictures with Tim and Brayden, guys, before I say anything else.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, they got a really good team here, and I think I can come in and help, and hopefully we can get a long playoff push and win some hockey games.
What do you think you're going to bring to the team?
Offense, hopefully. I mean, they got a lot of guys that can score here, so hopefully I can set them up and just be a good 200-foot player.
Tim, have you thought about where he's going to fit in the lineup in the top six?
He'll be in the top six. Well, we'll see. We have to find some chemistry, obviously, and on where he's going to fit, whether he's going to play left wing or right wing. He's played both. He's comfortable at both spots, and the real telltale will be when Brett Howden's back in the lineup and where he really fits in.
How important is it for Brayden to come here at this time right now? When things are kind of getting guys back, get everyone in the lineup.
Well, no question. You want your best players in your lineup, and you want your best players to give you the best opportunity to win. And Brayden is a top six player, and that's why we went out and acquired him, because he's going to be a difference maker for us. And when we get, like I mentioned, when we get Brett back in the lineup, we'll have a very good team here, and we'll look to round it out with some chemistry and what we do with the second, third, and fourth line as well.
How about for yourself? A little bit of pressure, I guess. Now they want you to come in and put a lot of points up right quick. So you can do that, but it's got to be kind of nice to know that you have that kind of stuff on you too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider it pressure. I'd say more I'm going to come in, I'm going to get a good opportunity, I'm going to play with good players. So, I mean, if I can play the way I can play, I mean, goals are going to be there and opportunities are going to be there, and I'm just excited to get started.
Your experience in playoffs last year, this team went far too. You had a batch of the playoffs. From that experience you had, can you bring that here to this team, to kind of what it takes to be a top team in the league, as Lethbridge was a top team in the league?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can come here and hopefully we can get into the playoffs and get into a good spot, and I think that, especially as my first season in the playoffs last year, to get that experience and to learn how to play it, it's going to definitely help me this year. So I'm hoping that when we do get there, lots of work to be done first, but once we do get there, we can make a run at it.
You guys had a big fight in the first round against the Regina Pats. That's this team's big rival. Do you think he'll fit in well then with that rivalry?
I'm excited. I'm exciid to get in the rivalry. I mean, Lethbridge had a pretty decent one with them, so it's going to be nothing new to me, but I'm excited.
What have you talked to the guys? I mean, what are your thoughts and just initial impressions of the guys in the locker room and just joining this team?
It's been awesome. I've come in. Guys have been really welcoming, so it's been a good first couple days here, and I'm just excited to get out on the ice here.
Does having a couple days before you like to practice the team, before you get great players, does that make a bit of a difference and help you out?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can get out there, get the puck moving around with my line mates, and start to build a little bit of chemistry before the first game, so that's definitely going to be huge.
What do you make of those comments made by Peter last week?
I don't, we're gonna move onward and upward. I think, I'm not gonna try and figure out why Pete made those comments. I'm not gonna know what's going on in Lethbridge. I'm gonna worry about the Moose Jaw Warriors. I'm gonna worry about Brayden Burke. I think there's enough out there that you guys saw that I'm going to go to bat and I'm going to defend our player. And the only other thing I'll add is that, we're very comfortable with the trade we made. We're very comfortable with the homework that we did. We talked to a number of NHL scouts that interviewed Brayden for last year's NHL draft. I talked to the Calgary Flames in terms of his experience at their NHL camp. A lot of you wouldn't be aware that Brayden Burke and Brayden Point have the same agent. Talked at length with Jerry Johansson, Scott Bonner, the former GM of Vancouver. I consider him a friend and a confidant, and he works for the Sports Corporation with Jerry Johansson now. So I've been in this game a long time. I understand when things aren't going well, we can go off the handle a little bit and we can make comments. And I might have made a few to the NHL, not the NHL, I might have made a few to the referee supervisor that was here the other night. It's a competitive game, emotions run high, and we feel real good about the trade. As I said the day we made it, we believe we've added an elite player, one of the top skilled guys in our league, maybe the best playmaker in our league. There's only 2 guys that had more points than Brayden a year ago. Dryden Hunt was a pretty good player for us, and Adam Brooks is still a pretty good player in the league. Maybe I should say a very good player in the league. And but Burke was right there with them. So we're comfortable with the trade. We're not going to worry about the comments from the past or what happened afterwards. The kid's here. The kid's excited. He's happy to be a Warrior. We're happy to have him, and we're going to move on.
You mentioned that he's going to be a 2-year player for you, so you've looked into it, and the fact that it sounds like that he will be back as a 20-year-old?
Well, you know what? You do your homework the best you can, and the reality is that any 20-year-old can move on. They could go to the CIS. They could sign an NHL contract. You look what happened with Prince Albert and Reed Gardner this year. He decided to sign a minor league deal as opposed to coming back to the WHL. In the discussions we've had with his agency moving forward is that, I think Brayden has the right mindset. I think he has the right plan in terms of what he wants to accomplish, and he believes that this year and next year are part of that in the WHL. But at the end of the day, Lee, if something happens where a player signs an NHL contract and moves on, then you can only tip your hat and wish him the best.
Has there been a conversation between Peter and Brayden that you mentioned?
No.
Where did the apology come from?
The apology came from my discussion with Peter. Peter put a note in writing to me and Brayden and his family, and we've left it at that.
You mentioned top 6. We're a little far away here from the trade deadline, but the way your top 6 forwards are set up, are you feeling pretty happy? Is that solid now for the rest of the season in your mind?
Well, I don't think we're going to make a deal, Lee, to knock anybody out of that top 6. We feel that this is a big addition to our team, and it really rounds out, not only our top 6 but our top 9. Probably put some players in the right position in terms of where they're going to play, who they're going to play against, the amount of ice time they're going to get. Allows us to put some competitiveness down the lineup with guys like Odgers and Langen that play a good 2-way responsible game. So you know what? It's a situation where there was an opportunity. Trade talk presented an opportunity for what we felt was an opportunity to improve our team. Again, to add a top player in the league. We were comfortable with the price, and like I said, when we made the trade, we gave up a 2nd-round pick. We wouldn't have done that for renting a player, just adding another 20-year-old, or just having somebody for the balance of the year, because we feel this team can accomplish something this year and next.
Do you have an update on Brett Howden, how he's doing?
It's day-to-day. He's, it's a progressive thing for him. He skated this morning, and it's a situation where he's got to feel comfortable when he's ready to go. And it's one of those injuries where we've got to be somewhat delicate with it, so that's it's not a long-term nagging thing. I would think that if this was March and April, he'd be playing, but our position right now is that make sure he's 100%, and we don't want this to flare up. We don't want this to be a thing that's ongoing, so make sure that he's 100%.
Thursday probably marked one of the first games in months that you guys might have everybody back in the full lineup. It's going to be pretty nice, I imagine.
Yeah, I know we don't know if it's going to be Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday, and but yeah, Brett's a big part of our team. Howell missed a game there. You get Burke in. So yeah, you know what? Knock on wood. Let's hope that we can get Howden healthy here, and everybody else can stay healthy, and we can have a full lineup sooner than later.